Sometimes I see these videos where the person will start by saying like, what's your most controversial movie opinion? I'll go first. Well, I was thinking about starting this video with what's your most controversial political opinion? I'll go first. But then I remembered that controversial political opinions is a bit of a dicey subject. Probably just get a bunch of white supremacists being like, ooh, I got a bunch of these. Let's start with the Jews. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna tell you what my controversial political opinion is. I don't think that Democrats suck. Hear me out. I'm aware of all the reasons that people cite when they're saying that Democrats are the worst. They're feckless. They're ineffective. They never get anything done. They never win elections. They're terrible at messaging. They're too far to the left. They're too far to the right. I get it, and a lot of that is totally valid. And I am all for holding politicians accountable. They work for us. Call them, bug them, go to their offices, primary them. I'm talking more about the general idea of Democrats sucking that I see thrown around from time to time. Here's why I think that's wrong. It's a lot more difficult to be a Democrat than a Republican. First of all, it's way harder for Democrats to even get elected. Not because they have worse ideas, but because of things like the Electoral College, gerrymandering, and the Senate map, all of which give massive advantages to Republicans. The fact that Democrats win elections despite all that is proof of how great their policies are. Additionally, there is a lot more money behind Republicans than Democrats. 99% of the richest assholes in the world use their money to help elect Republicans. Democrats have like one billionaire, and I only know that he exists because Fox News won't shut the fuck up about him. Almost every other rich asshole is donating to Republicans, funding right-wing think tanks, and starting sketchy as hell dark money Republican super PACs. Additionally, the philosophy of the Republican Party is that government is bad. So when they get elected, they're incentivized to not do things and break things. Democrats, by contrast, try to do things and fix things, which is a lot harder than not doing things and breaking things. Additionally, Democrats represent a rainbow coalition. All the different types of Americans that exist trying their darndest to work together for the common good. Republicans, by and large, are a monolith of white people. It is a lot easier to manage and lead a monolith than a group made up of 1,000 little different groups. And if all that wasn't enough, there is also a massive, unprecedented right-wing media machine that is just drenching this country in Republican propaganda. Fox News, OAN, Breitbart, Newsmax, InfoWars, Talk Radio. There's even a network of right-wing websites that are disguised as regional newspapers to trick people into thinking they're neutral. There is nothing on the left that is even close to this deluge of partisan bullshit. And if you're thinking that the mainstream media is the other side of that, it's not. By every conceivable metric, the mainstream media is center-right. And if you don't believe me, ask Al Gore and Hillary Clinton. There were way more negative stories in the mainstream media around the Democrats in those races than the Republicans, despite the objective fact that the Republicans were worse. Taking all that into account, it's a miracle that Democrats have been able to accomplish as much as they have. This doesn't mean that we should stop demanding that they be better, but maybe keep that context in mind going forward. The priorities should be to even the playing field and vote out Republicans, not to take unnecessary shots at Democrats whenever they're not perfect, which admittedly is often.